Hello and welcome to the studio where we paint away the stress of everyday life here in Wales. And I've had a few comments about my Welsh dragon in the background. I will talk to you about that in 1 second. But without further ado, let's have a look at the palette. Let's see what we're going to be doing today. And fingers crossed, we'll turn up a nice painting. Nice.
It's time to learn with our friend Clive. So grab your brush, have a great time. And don't forget to click subscribe.
So as I said, let's have a look at the palette. Thank you very much for joining me. I appreciate your time, so much so that I keep making these videos, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. What a mess. What a complete and utter mess on the palette. Well, I've just done another lesson actually, and if you'd seen this one, there you go. You might have seen this one painted last week. Well, I've painted another one directly after that, in fact. So, because I'm in the studio and I want to get a couple of lessons done today, so I've left the palette as it is. So, yeah, this is like a continuation from that lesson. And I just thought, well, let's just use what we've got here and get on with it. Because I don't want to add any more colours if I can help it. And I just want to say that, you know, you can practice with anything you want. So, without further ado, let's get on to this painting. So, anyway, I had a comment about my Welsh dragon. That's a painting of a Welsh flag. That's the Welsh emblem of Wales. The Welsh flag of Wales is the Welsh dragon. Saint David, patron saint of Wales. Yes. So people said somebody said to me that's quite evil. You shouldn't have a dragon. Dragons are evil. Well, dragon is a Welsh dragon, and he's a very nice, warm type of dragon. And he's happy, and I like him because he's Welsh. And I painted that one. I'll put a link, if I remember. I'll put a link up in the descriptions, and you can have a look at that. It's a bit of a speed painting, so I do apologize, but yeah, I'm just adding a little bit of yellow and a bit of white, very similar to what I'd done in the previous lesson, as I showed you. But I just want to get a little bit of yellow and white there, like that. Now I'm hoping that I can make some things up as I go along here. So I'm just going to add a little bit of yellow, a bit of red, a bit of white on my brush. So it's gone like a bit of a peachy colour. It's gone like a bit of a peachy colour. That's okay. We can live with peach. A nice peachy colour. There we go. Nice peachy colour. And I'm just going to make some marks like this. Just flicking it on like that. Just using the same brush. Doesn't really matter. Who said you can't just use one brush for a painting? You might only have one brush. And if you've only got one brush, then that's fine. So I thought, well, I didn't think. I just thought, well, now it's starting to look a little bit like some trees in the background. So we don't know, do we? We just got to get on with it. Let's just clean this brush again. I'm used to using the one brush for the moment. I got some of this lovely purple colour, and this was mixed with, this is a little bit of Prussian blue and a little bit of red there. So I made a lovely dark type of, purpley type of colour. And I thought, well, let's just get some marks like this. I don't know. Let's just plonk some marks in there like this. Let's just plonk some marks in there like that. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I hope everybody's safe and well around the world, wherever you are. I hope you're safe and well, and I hope that this COVID-19 isn't giving you too much trouble. But it's definitely on the increase in Wales here. We're currently in local lockdown, so I had a bit of Prussian blue and a bit of yellow, so I got a bit of green there, look. So we're currently in local lockdown, so I can still go to work. That's good. I can still go to work, so that's something. A little bit of green. Flick a bit of green here and there like that. I don't know. Just make it up as you go along. I normally do. I'm going to wash my brush again. That's really dirty water now, and that's a bit of soap, and that's done. This is supposed to be clean water, by the way, but it's not that clean. Ideally, you should change your water every painting, but I get a bit lazy today. I've got a bit lazy. Today. Let's just put a couple of marks in like that. I don't know. There you go. Let's get some more yellow. Let's make a nice orange. Let's get some yellow there and some red. Let's make a bright orange. I should change my brush really. I'll just put a few marks in like this. I don't know. A bit over there maybe. This could be a complete and utter disaster. Could it? Maybe. Small brush. Bit of yellow. Just flick some paint in. I'm making this quite thick now. This is turned into quite a an autumn type of looking painting. We got those autumn colours, haven't we? And brushes and leaves and things. Bushes, I mean, not brushes. Leaves and things. Just flick in a few bits. Let's just get a bit more white into there like that, and put some contrast colours in. Starting to look a little bit more. Let's get a little bit of, where's our green gone? Let's get a little bit of green down there. Just flick in a bit of colour. Don't worry about it, really, don't worry about it. Let's just get the paint off that brush. And I thought maybe let's get this. I want this quite thick, this paint. Let's put a line across like that. There we go. Scrape a little bit of that into there then. There we are. Let's just put a... Let's get another brush. I want a detail brush. Yeah, that's a bit thin, that one. That's a bit thin. I want, that's what I want, one of them. This is a number 6. Because I want thin lines, really. Or 1. Or 2. 3. 2. 3. This is not going to win any awards, but it's just a way to relax and paint away that stress of everyday life that we find, especially with this COVID-19 that we are also, that's all around us at the moment, and our mental health is very important, and it's very important that we remember that. There you go. get some blocks of yellow. There, like that. A bit of white maybe. There you go. There we go. Where's my scrippy liner brush? I got a strip liner brush here somewhere. I want to put some I want to put some things in here. Some, what do they call them? Branches. There we go. Just make it look like something going on there. It looks alright, I suppose. I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't really care. And sometimes it doesn't really matter, does it? Does it matter? In the old world that we find ourselves in today, there's a lot worse that can go on than the fact that our painting doesn't look as good as we wanted it to look. There's more important things going on in the world. All we need to worry about really is, are we okay? It's alright not to be okay. Don't worry. Never forget that. It's okay not to be okay. If you don't feel okay, then that's fine. You know, share what you can with others. And don't forget to tell people how you feel. And, you know, and they will understand, I'm sure. You know, there's a lot of people out there that's got a lot of worries and troubles and stress in the world. There's too much stress in this world. There really is. So we really gotta be there for each other and try and help each other and do your little bit as where you can. Do your little bit where you can. And as I said, if you're not feeling 100%, then tell someone and share. A trouble shared is a trouble halved. That's what they say. That's what my mother used to say to me. A trouble shared is a trouble halved. And sometimes it's important that we talk, you know. Sometimes we don't have to talk, I don't suppose. We could just relax. Just go for a walk. Chill out. There's nothing nicer than having a little dog, or I was going to say a cat. Maybe you could have a cat. You could just sit there and stroke a dog and a cat, and you know, there's nothing nicer than that. I just broke my brush. There's nothing nicer than that, really. And best therapy in the world sometimes. Get a fish tank if you like fish. Then get a fish tank and sit there and watch the fish swimming around in the water, and just take a deep breath, and you know, and just meditate. You don't have to meditate. You don't have to sit there and just go hum and all this type of stuff. You know, if you do that, that's fine. But you don't have to do that. Don't be afraid to just sit there quietly and relax, because that's what all meditation is really. It's a deep relaxation, and I do it all the time. I love to relax and have fun. So I'm just going to dry that with a hairdryer. I'm going to just dry the bottom section off. I'm hoping now that is dry enough for what I want to do. So I'm just going to get a brush, and I'm going to get a little bit of Prussian blue. There we go. I want a nice light Prussian blue. Bit of white into it. There we are. I want it quite thin. I'm using a medium mix, which is available at www.cliveivart.co.uk if you want to pop along and purchase some of that. There we are. And that helps the paint. And you can thin your paint down. I'm just going to put a wash of colour just under the bridge now, because there's a little bit of water coming in there now. I'm just going to darken that just a touch now, just on the sides, just like that. A little bit darker this side maybe, just using the Prussian blue. Then a little bit of the canvas shows through, getting a bit of white. Just wash my brush because I contaminated my brush. So I'm just going to wash my brush very quickly, and I'm going to get some white. There we go. Let's get some white in. Just put in a few little flicks of white. Maybe there's a few little ripples in water. There, like that. And just play, have fun, relax, take a deep breath, concentrate on your breathing, paint away the stress of everyday life. Doesn't matter what you paint, because all this is about at the moment is relaxation, breathing, and just forgetting those worries that we have. Slow your heart rate down, and you'll feel much better at the end of it. And maybe you'll have a nice little painting as well. Who knows? You could give it to one of the grandchildren anyway. So thank you very much for joining me. Don't forget to click the subscribe button. There's a membership panel there as well if you want to pop along to see other more in-depth content, which I'm going to be producing. And don't forget to click the notification bells on your iPad, iOS device. And YouTube, so you'll get notified because I upload every Monday. But from now until then, thank you very much from George the Dragon and myself. I will see you in the studio again next week for another lesson. Have fun, relax, stay chilled, stay safe, stay well, and don't forget, it's okay not to be okay. Bye bye.